I'm here today. Okay, hello. I'm here today because my sister committed suicide in November 2014. She had been raped. She had called the police on the 6th of November. 4 police officers turned up to her house. They had asked her, instead of being compassionate, instead of showing an ounce of any kind of kindness, that 4 police officers came to her house, asked her intimate details when she was in distress, when she was crying, she had just been raped. She became hostile because of the way they were treating her. All 4 police officers left. Then the ambulance service turned up. They were told by the police, oh, she's being hostile, so just leave it. The next day, my sister went to West Ferry DLR and went on the train tracks and took her own life. So she was raped. She called the police for help. The police left. The ambulance service left. She had also reported to the job centre that she was suicidal. All 3 agencies didn't help my sister. My sister was treated as a suspect. Instead of a victim, she was treated as a suspect. She was treated appallingly. Because of the way she was treated, she took her own life. Now, the coroner at the time had said there would only be a 2-day inquest. The police had said, we didn't know my sister had mental health issues. She was suffering depression. The police had said, we didn't have any idea she was depressed. She seemed perfectly fine. It turned out that the police had known for years that my sister suffered from depression. They actually took her to the mental health facility a couple of years ago. It was in their system. So once the coroner found out, it was a 6-day inquest. In January 2016, there was a 6-day inquest for my sister. The coroner, there was a jury there, and afterwards it was announced there was a narrative verdict. The police, the ambulance officer, the job centre, all had to apologise. But you know what? The apologies didn't mean anything to us because my sister was gone. But this is the problem. If you're black, if you're a woman, if you're Muslim, if you've got mental health issues, there is no point in calling the police. The police do not know how to deal with people that have mental health. They have zero compassion at all. In fact, they would actually arrest you. If you call them, they would actually, instead of actually taking the time and finding out what the hell was going on, they are always hostile. They were hostile to my sister. They were a disgrace. I don't have any faith in the police. I would never go to the police because there's no point. There's no point. There's always stereotypes, or you're immediately treated terribly just because of who you are. Had they shown my sister an ounce of compassion, she would have been here today. Had they told her that rapist was still in my sister's house, they had told the rapist, go upstairs, we'll deal with her downstairs. You can't change that. Those police officers are still in the force. It's the same force that took selfies of the 2 young women of colour. It's all the same. You can't teach compassion. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. It's the same issue with child Q. There were police officers there. She was on her period. Did they not think, hang on a minute, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Hang on a minute, maybe we should sit this young girl down and speak to her. You can't train that. All of these reports and all of these things like, we'll train them, we'll, do all of these kind of reports and we get all these apologies. There's no point. There's no point if the people in the police don't have any compassion, if they don't show any kind of kindness to all people, not just certain people, but to all people, there's no point. There's no point. First of all, you've got to get obviously the criminality out. So you must sack the rapists, the racists, whoever. But if they're the same people that treated my sister like dirt, there's no point. There's literally no point. And you have to wonder the type of people that go into the police forces, ex-army. Why is it always the police that have those kind of people in there? It's a cultural thing.
It's a culture, and if you don't change a culture, there's no point. Thank you.